It is January 3rd, 2023. Mickey Mouse is now public domain, so I'm going to show you my design for Mickey Mouse. This Mickey, because Mickey Mouse is public domain, is non-binary and uses the neopronouns listed here. Blue is my favorite color, and I think it's just the best color, so Mickey gets an outfit that's just monochrome blue because it's epic. Gets a cane, has lightning magic because, come on, is there any other better elemental power than electricity? The answer is no. It's the best. And Mickey also gets this sword that was in a dream that I had like 7 years ago at this point. Look at this awesome sword. Please guess what this sword's name is. You can have 5 seconds to think about it. You might be thinking, oh, it has to have an awesome name. Well, according to the dream, the sword's name is Chipmunk. Like the squirrel. Chipmunk is this sword's name. And I just think it's really funny. And it has the same kind of color scheme, so I'm giving it to my version of Mickey Mouse, because I can. And once I figure out some cool poses and stuff, I will sell these on my Threadless store. And like I said, my Mickey is non-binary and uses the pronouns Zal, Zalv, Zalix, and Zalixir. So instead of saying he, you say Zal. Instead of saying him, you say Zalv. Instead of saying his, you say Zalix. And instead of himself, you say Zalixir. And I will be publishing a short story about Mickey Mouse using these pronouns, so you can read that whenever it's done to learn how to use them better. And yeah, I'm also just making this video because there is so much misinformation being spread about Mickey Mouse, and there's so much going on now. People are spreading misinformation by accident, and they're fear-mongering, and just spreading corporate propaganda and saying things like, and I quote, "The public domain is the graveyard of ideas." And if that is what you think, then I'm sorry, but there's just no hope for you, because that is the ultimate freaking goal of corporations like Disney. They want you to think that the public domain is a bad and useless thing. They want you to think it's a graveyard and that you should be upset anytime a new character enters the public domain, like Mickey Mouse. They want you to think it's a tragedy that I can sell art of Mickey Mouse in this awesome outfit with this awesome sword with these awesome pronouns. Here's something that might be news for a lot of you people. All of your beloved childhood Disney movies, almost all of them, would literally not exist if the public domain didn't exist. All of the Disney movies based on fairy tales, those fairy tales are public domain, which is the only reason that Disney's Cinderella and Rapunzel and all of the other fairy tales can exist. Apparently, The Lion King is just Hamlet, but with lions or something. I don't know, I have not read Hamlet. None of our schools had enough funding to even show us recordings of plays. But, so yeah, there's a lot of misinformation. One of the things that people keep saying is that you can't use the name Mickey Mouse, and that Disney will just instantly sue you to death if you use the name Mickey Mouse because it's still copyrighted. That is not true. The name Mickey Mouse is now public domain. The only reason the name Mickey Mouse would still be under copyright is if Mickey hadn't been named yet in the title cards for Steamboat Willie, The Galloping Gaucho, and Plain Crazy. But if you look at those title cards, the name Mickey Mouse is literally the biggest thing in the title card. Disney does not get to pick and choose which parts of these animations become public domain because it's not up to Disney. These things are old enough now that their copyright has expired, and there's nothing Disney can do about it anymore. The name Mickey Mouse is public domain. You can use the name Mickey Mouse. The only thing you cannot do is use the name Mickey Mouse to deceive people into thinking that whatever you are selling is sanctioned by Disney. So you can't, like, make little figurines of Mickey Mouse and call it Mickey Mouse as a way specifically to make people think that they're buying official Disney merch when they're not. But yeah, you can use the name Mickey Mouse. And moreover, you should if you're going to use this character. Also, you could just create any original character you want in any style you want, and it doesn't even have to be a mouse, and you can name them Mickey Mouse. Because that's how the public domain works. And as you can see, my design is extremely colorful. And I've added things on, including gloves. And there's a lot of misinformation about people, from people, who it really just seems like they didn't even know that the words public domain existed, let alone anything about the concept of it until 2 days ago. A lot of people are under the impression that Steamboat Willie, the Gallopin' Gaucho, I don't know if there's an N in Gaucho. Might be Gaucho, but I have dyslexia and my brain keeps putting an N in there for some reason, so I keep saying it Goncho. I don't think that's right. But yeah, there's 3 animations that are public domain. My cat keeps sneezing. Can you go do that somewhere else? There are 3 Mickey Mouse animations from 1928 that are public domain. And they're all in black and white, because that was cheaper than doing color. And contrary to popular belief, yes, they could animate in color back then, because there's even older animations by Disney and, I don't know how you pronounce it, Ub or UB iWorks. There's animations in color. Look up Flip the Frog. Hold on, I gotta move my laptop. Look up Flip the Frog and Fiddlesticks. And if you watch that, it's all in color. And you'll see a character that looks remarkably like Mickey Mouse, but it's not Mickey Mouse, because that character is unnamed. And I actually might have already made a video about them, but they've got the black fur, ears, nose, and instead of red shorts, they just have a little red skirt and they play a violin. So they're cool. And they're also public domain, and they're older than Mickey Mouse. That was like a prototype for Mickey Mouse. What was I saying now? Oh, yeah. A lot of people who have no idea how the public domain works think that because all of the versions of Mickey that just became public domain are in black and white, and that most of the moving ones don't wear gloves, they are now under the impression that you can only draw and profit from Mickey Mouse if he's in black and white and isn't wearing gloves. But that's literally not how the public domain works. The limitations are, well, no, hold on. First of all, that's not how the public domain works, and I'll go into more detail. But even if that were how the public domain works, there are literally, if you look at the title card for Steamboat Willie, the Gallopin' Gaucho, and Plain Crazy, right there on the title card on either side are versions of Mickey and Minnie in more detail than they are in the moving pictures. And they've got different outfits. Mickey's wearing cute little striped pants, white gloves, a little barber quartet hat, and a cane for dancing. Minnie's doing the same, but she's got a flower in her hair and doesn't have a cane. She's got high heels, though. So even if it were true that the public domain means you have to stick to the original 100% or you get sued to death, which is not how it works. But if it were, there's still literally versions of them, of Mickey with gloves, right there. And there's also a promotional poster from 1928 or before in color showing Mickey with the iconic red shorts, yellow gloves, and big brown boots. So, yeah, those designs are also public domain. But the public domain does not demand that you stay with the original idea to the T, because that's defeating the whole purpose of the public domain. The point of the public domain is that it gives everyone the ability to update, refresh, and get creative with the original designs. So you can give Mickey any outfit you want. You can have any freaking gloves you want. Mine just has fingerless gloves because I think that looks cooler. But if I really wanted to, there could be white gloves here. It would just clash with my theme. So I'm not. But you can make Mickey in any outfit you want. And the only restriction is that it cannot be a specific outfit that is still protected by Disney's copyright. But you can give him red shorts, you can give him white gloves, you give him any color shoes you want. Because the version with red shorts and gloves is public domain, and even if it weren't, you can add anything you want. The public domain is not about staying stagnant. That's the exact opposite of what it's for. Let me try and think of the other things people are spreading. Oh. No, wait, yeah. I already said about the name, said about the color. Oh, another thing people are saying is that you can't have Mickey Mouse talk in anything you create, because in the 3 animations that are public domain now, there's no voice acting, just kind of whistles and laughing. But again, that's not how the public domain works. The only restriction for voicing Mickey Mouse is that you can't steal the iconic Disney voice for Mickey Mouse until that becomes public domain, and at that point it's not stealing. It's using the public domain the way it was intended. Also, I'm filming this on my phone of my computer screen because the microphone on this laptop is very bad, and I cannot afford to buy one just for making videos like this. But yeah, you can voice Mickey Mouse. You can give Mickey Mouse a voice. It just has to be an original voice. And yes, you can give Mickey Mouse a high-pitched voice. There's literally nothing copyrightable about the fact of cartoon mice having squeaky voices. You just cannot literally collect pieces of sound from animations and cartoons that are still owned by Disney according to copyright. Once those become public domain, then you can do anything you want with them. But they're not, so you just gotta wait and just hire a voice actor or voice Mickey Mouse yourself, or just get a friend or something to read out the lines for you. Can't really think of any of the other things people have been saying. Besides, a lot of people are they're just spreading corporate propaganda and fear-mongering and saying, oh, if you even think about using Mickey Mouse, Disney will sue you to death. No, that's not how the public domain works. Mickey Mouse is public domain. Spreading the idea that if you even try to do anything with this character, you'll be sued within an inch of your life. That's not helping anybody except Disney executive billionaires who you shouldn't be helping because they get paid millions of dollars probably every few minutes. I'm not doing the math. But, so yeah, stop doing Bob Iger's job for him. If you only just learned about the public domain last week, or God forbid 2 days ago, or I guess 3 days ago, depending on when you're watching this, please just go get actual information about what the public domain is and what it means, because there are so many people who have no idea what they're talking about and are just spreading misinformation and fear-mongering that's just doing nothing but helping Disney. So, too long, didn't listen. The moral of this is, go design a cool design for Mickey Mouse. Give Mickey Mouse whatever pronouns, gender, disabilities, and color scheme you want. Use the name Mickey Mouse if you want. You don't have to, but you can. The more people using the public domain, the better. Disney is the... Oh, why is the camera blank? The reason that so many people have never heard of the public domain until now, and just have no idea what they're talking about, is, like, Disney's fault. If you've never heard of it before, go and look up the Mickey Mouse Protection Act. If you go on the Web Archive, they have a collection of videos from 2019 talking about the public domain, because 2019 is when things started entering the public domain again due to copyright expirations. So that was a huge, massive deal. So you can go look that up. But yeah, I'm making this video because there's just so much misinformation everywhere I look, and it's getting really, really frustrating having to explain the same things over and over again. So yeah, happy belated Public Domain Day 2024. I hope everybody starts gaining interest in the public domain now and is looking forward to Public Domain Day 2025. So that's it. Alrighty. Bye-bye.